Okay, so in the previous video, we spoke a bit about the importance of layers in Photoshop and how they are fundamental to mastering the software. In this video, we're going to go a bit deeper into layers. So again, you'd find your layers menu to the bottom left of the application, or the bottom right rather. And as we can see here, this photo has quite a few layers. Some of them are activated, as we can see by the eye icon, and some of them are deactivated. Let's play around a bit with this and see how it works. For instance, we can see here, there is a layer called parrots. So if we were to deactivate that layer, we can see the parrots have disappeared. Let's bring them back, reactivate the layer, and we see here there's a layer called background, which is probably the foundation layer, the layer that everything else seems to sit on. So let's remove the background. And as we can see, we've got a sort of checkered background. So, there's almost like there's no background. Let's put the background back. And this time, we're going to add the rainbow background. Notice, now that I've added the rainbow background, the rainbow photo itself had a black background which sort of overcast, which took over the entire background of the existing photo. This is probably not what we would like, and the way how we can adjust this, remember we said layers are sort of like photos sitting on top of photos, but arranged in a carefully curated manner. This is what I'm speaking about. Now, even though we would like a rainbow, we perhaps don't want the background of the rainbow photo. Instead, we'd like to keep our existing background from our background layer. The way we would do this is to select the rainbow layer, and we move to what's called the blending mode menu, which is just here on top of the word lock. At the moment, it's set to normal. Let's click there, and this time, let's change it to screen. And notice, this time we can see the rainbow. However, we preserve our nice green background. Still, the rainbow appears to be in front of the vines, which probably isn't correct. Remember in the previous video how we fixed this. What we did was we selected the layer, in this case the rainbow layer, and let's bring it below the vines. Notice the blue line appears and then release. And now the rainbow is behind the vines, and that looks much better. Here we see we've got a flamingo, and we've got some other layers that are deactivated. Let's activate the banana leaves. And notice the banana leaf hides our flamingo. Again, if we wanted to bring our flamingo to the forefront, let's highlight the flamingo layer and move it on top of the banana leaf layer. And as we can see now, our flamingo is in front of the banana leaf. Let's see what else we can do. Notice there is a red bird layer. Let's activate this. And a red bird appears on top of our vines. Let's say maybe we wanted another bird. We can simply select the red bird layer, right click on it, and let's click duplicate layer. We call the layer red bird copy, that's fine. Click OK. And notice now we've got two layers of red birds. However, we only see one bird. This is because the second bird, red bird copy, sits directly on top of the red bird. So to see it, what we do, as in our first video, let's select our move tool. Remember those 4 arrows. And we click on our red bird and move, and now we can see our second bird. Let's perch it on the vine. Okay. Now, both birds are identical, and perhaps maybe we wanted one bird to be a bit smaller or larger than the other. Let's select our red bird copy layer, and we go to Edit in the menu, and we select Transform. And under Transform, we select Scale. So we want to adjust the size of our red bird copy. Notice a rectangle is formed around our bird. We can click on one of the corner squares and adjust the size of our bird. Let's make our red bird copy a bit smaller than the original. Once we're finished, we click Enter. And now we use our Move tool again. For now, our bird appears to be floating in midair. So let's put the bird feet back on the vine. Make things look a bit more realistic. So now we've got two birds and they're not identical. If we wanted to add a bit more variety, I would like my red bird copy perhaps to be facing the opposite direction. Again, we select the red bird copy layer. We click on Edit, Transform again, but this time we click Flip horizontally. So we'd like our red bird copy to be facing the opposite direction. Notice what happened. I made a mistake. I had my parrots selected, so notice my parrots were swapped around. This happens, because I wasn't paying attention to the layer that I had selected. If I want to undo that move, I can use Ctrl Z on my keyboard. Okay, and now notice my parrots have swapped sides once again. I'm going to make sure I select my red bird copy layer this time. And again, I will select Edit, Transform, and once again flip horizontally. And notice now my birds are facing opposite directions. And that looks perfect. What else can we do while we're here? Perhaps we wanted to adjust the size of our flamingo. We select the flamingo layer. Again, we go to Edit, Transform, and Scale. We click to the right corner where there's a little box, and we can drag to increase the size of our flamingo. Once we're happy, we click Enter, and that's all done. Okay, I think we've done enough for now for this layers workshop. We're going to stop here, and I'll see you again in the third video of this series. Thank you for watching.